and nobody's here for this at all. It's just sad. Ladies and gentlemen, Dodge has a very serious problem. And I think, I don't even like to promote shorting a stock, especially in a company that I believe in, or that I used to believe in. But if I'm being honest, they're about to go in the shitter. Guys, before we get into today's video, I want to talk about the sponsors here at the channel, and that is Morgan & Morgan Attorneys of Law. If you're looking for a personal injury attorney, you will find none larger than Morgan & Morgan, handling over 20 million phone calls in 2023 alone. You can get started in 8 clicks or less from one of these smartphones by going to forthepeople.com/TK's Garage. Again, that is forthepeople.com/TK's Garage. And I appreciate them for allowing me to do what I do. So in the upcoming clip I'm going to show you guys here, I was at the Mecum auctions in Houston. If you've ever been to Barrett-Jackson or Mecum or any major auto event like the Last Call event in Vegas and other places, Dodge will bring cars out to let people test drive them, especially if it's something new, like when the wide body Scats and Hellcats and stuff came out, they'd have those out. And the line was like stupid to get into that car. I mean, even during SEMA, you had Dodge out there with those cars. You had Lucid out there with their Lucid Airs. And there was lines to drive these vehicles. So come to my surprise where Dodge is literally sending representatives into the auction to get people to come outside, try to incentivize them to come outside and drive the Hornets, because they pretty much stayed parked the entire weekend. Nobody gives a shit about Hornets. And if you don't believe me, let's roll this video. You know, I remember the days when Dodge would have one of these come drive our car events. And I'm talking about like when they had Chargers or whatever and you could come do the thing out here, that there was a line. And this should tell you right now with all these Hornets, come test drive our Hornet. They have nobody signing up. Nobody cares about these cars at all. None of them. And it's kind of sad, right? I mean, I get what they're trying to do here with maximizing the platforms that they already have with the Hornet, with the Alphas and whatnot. Basically, it's just a rebadged Alpha, right? But I don't know. I'm just not seeing it. And every person I've seen that's driven one has just been like, okay, it's just a blah SUV. Now, supposedly the engines in these are supposed to be fairly decent, but I don't know. I'm just the gateway to muscle or whatever it is that they're calling these. I just don't see it. But yeah, I just don't see it. But we can discuss that here in a minute. I just wanted to showcase this because I think Dodge has a serious problem. I mean, it's packed here right now. And there's a bigger line inside to look at the wide body red eye. And nobody's here for this at all. It's just sad. So there's a lot of problems right now with Dodge as a brand. They're having an identity crisis. You know, they're calling this car the gateway to muscle, and the muscle's dead. Everything we have now is electric cars that are slow, and that can get spanked by every model of Tesla. So I don't know who at Stellantis needs to hear this, because that's who runs Dodge. Wake the fuck up, because if you don't, you're intentionally, I think at this point, trying to kill the American brand. And we all know how you French guys like to surrender. So, Butter, how do you feel about taking delivery of your brand new Hornet?
Shit on that car.